Ready to start? Now we're going to see the next chapter, a new unit. We're talking about driving. Do you drive? Yes, you do? Or no, you don't? Do you have a car? Okay, you have a car now, but probably you will have a car later if you don't. Yes, so we're going to see all about cars, parts of the cars, tips to park. Uh, yeah, that's good, Victor. Okay. And you, class, if you don't have a car now, when you have a car in the future, you will have some tips for a safety driving. Okay. Let's start now. We have driving a car. Listen carefully and watch. Okay, we're talking now about bad driving habits. Okay, one of these is speed. Okay, when people really drive very fast, and the problem is a bad habit is driving too fast. So the problem is speed. This is a bad driving habit. The velocity. Tailgate. Tailgate is when people get too close. Um, when you're driving, for example, or when you're not driving, but you see that there are, for example, people driving very close. That's tailgating. Suddenly, the person that is in front stop and the other person hit the car because it's so close. They're like following cars. They don't have the correct distance. So it means tailgate. Okay? You see the next one. Talk on the phone. Okay, that's a bad driving habit. People that are driving and they are talking on the phone at the same time. Talk on the phone is a very bad habit. Oh, imagine this. Text while driving. You cannot pay attention. Well, not you. People cannot pay attention while driving. It's really dangerous to do this. This is a bad habit. Another thing is wave through traffic. Look at this white car. Wave through traffic means that you are in a lane and then you move to another, and then you continue. That's wave. Wave through traffic. Okay. Then we have not stop at red lights. Yes, there are people that they just continue his or her way. Another thing is not signal when turning. Oh my gosh, this is very common. Not signal, okay, when turning. Pass in a no passing zone. It says no passing and people pass. This is a bad driving habit too. Okay, take a look of this. Oops. Take a look of these 10 dangerous driving habits. Some of them you already seen them. Texting, for example. Another thing is applying makeup. Applying makeup while driving. Please try not to do this. Or see the laptop, for example. Oh, really? Just a moment, please. What happens? Wow, what's the problem?
Fíjese que yo he tratado de ingresar a donde está lo del curso, digamos ya para poner el nivel, no aparece nada y no nos deja, por lo menos a mí no me deja generar el pago.
Ah, ok. Álvaro, Carla, Miriam, ¿tienen el mismo problema? ¿Han visto ustedes? Miriam. Ah, ¿de veras? Carlita, dime.
Todos han tenido ese problema. Ayer estaban hablando por WhatsApp de eso
Oh,
y parece que la solución que les dio, porque la boleta que no deja generar es la de los 240,
ajá.
es el valor del curso. Entonces les dijeron que se metieran a la página de Calusac y generaran cualquier boleta que dé 240.
Ah, muchas gracias por
Ajá.
contármelo.
Ahora con la de 80 sí no estoy segura si sí la genera de un solo o no.
Para que puedan usar la plataforma.
Ajá, exactamente. Ahora
Entonces,
si él ya la generó, lo que puede hacer es llamar y ellos la generan y la envían.
ok, aquí me están escribiendo también. Pues sí, ¿verdad? Lo mismo.
Mm.
Se comunicaron por correo, dice soporte de Kawasaki, nos dijeron que generáramos la boleta de 240 en otra página. Oh, y la de 80 quetzales sí se puede generar al ingresar a la plataforma. Muchas gracias, Miriam. ¿Ves entonces, Víctor? Ahí está tu respuesta. Y para los demás que están viendo este video y pudieran tener una situación igual. Ok. Es ingresar entonces, resumiendo, es ingresar a otra página para generar los 240 y luego sí ingresan de nuevo como normalmente para generar la de 80 y no hay ningún problema. Ok, muchas gracias por la información también, ¿verdad? Ok, thank you. Okay, coming back to driving habits. Yeah, if you're eating, eating and driving, bad idea. Reading a map while driving is another bad habit. Another habit is to be distracted by friends. So a person is driving, but the friends are distracting them. So be careful with that. Talking on the cell phone, you already know it, texting. All right. Let's see these 8 bad driving habits we all hate. And look at this driver. He's eating, texting, driving, drinking. This person couldn't see the boy on the street. This person is not paying attention, obviously. Let's see this video that I am sure that you will like it.
You see him.
Just give me a second, please. Listen carefully. We will see this video 2 times.
Every day, drivers concentrating on everything but driving.
And we ask you to tell us, what are the worst driving habits that you see out there on the road? News Channel 8's Todd Magel shows us. Todd?
Kevin and Stacy, we got hundreds and hundreds of responses to email requests about bad driving. It seems like everybody that's out on the road has a bad driving experience, so we added up the top 8 worst driving experiences.
Spend any time on the road.
Where I'm from, people are a lot better drivers than when I moved here in Des Moines.
And you'll run into another driver who just makes you wonder.
More bad drivers than drivers.
Where did they learn how to drive?
There's a lot of bad drivers. There's some good drivers, and there's drivers who should be taken off the road.
Jackie Stanley says she's seen it all out on the road, and she helps us begin with bad driving habit number 8, complaints about our beloved pets in a driver's lap.
The pet's moving around, so I don't see how they can see to drive, and it's not safe for them or the pet.
Intersection troubles make up number 6 and 7 on our list of bad driving habits. Our viewers don't like seeing people speed up to make it through yellow lights, and they really don't like drivers who turn right on red without checking oncoming traffic.
They turn right on red thinking that it's a right instead of a privilege.
Entrance ramp confusion is our 5th bad driving habit.
This pet peeve is a double whammy. Drivers are often upset when it takes cars too long to get up to speed on an entrance ramp, and there's always the question of what to do about merging at the end of the entrance ramp.
The experts say you should be traveling at freeway or interstate speed by the time you merge. But remember,
you have to understand, when you are merging onto the interstate, you do not have the right-of-way. That vehicle on the interstate has the right-of-way.
Our 4th bad driving habit?
You need to get over to the right and let people pass you.
Bill Brunia is frustrated when drivers are hogging the left lane or passing lane, often blocking faster drivers from getting by.
That's the passing lane, and it's supposed to be left open for passing.
But Iowa law does not see it that way.
People call it the fast lane, but there is no law stating that you have to move over for a vehicle. If you are driving that left lane and you are driving the posted speed limit, you can stay in that left lane as long as you want.
Still, Sergeant Scott Bright says drivers should move to the right as a courtesy, especially if they're going slower than the speed limit. Iowans have a reputation for not using their turn signals, which makes the number 3 spot on our list.
It's a guessing game, but I appreciate when they do use them.
Here's the law. Signal at least 100 feet before a turn if the speed limit is 45 miles per hour or less. If the speed limit is faster than 45, signal at least 300 feet before you turn. Tailgating is our number 2 bad driving habit.
Because you can't see what's happening. I can hit my brakes and you don't know what's in front of me. You don't know what I'm seeing.
The Iowa DOT suggests staying back 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour of speed you're traveling. 60 on the freeway, stay back about 90 feet from the car in front. And number 1 on our list?
Texting, talking on the phones, not paying attention.
Makes you mad?
Oh, yeah.
Distracted driving. KCCI viewers say they cannot believe some of the things drivers do in the front seat instead of concentrating on the road.
And I can see they're texting or they're putting on makeup or doing something like that, so it's just kind of frustrating.
And sure enough, we found driver after driver on the phone. Cell phones are part of our lives, and that includes talking in the car. But we caught this woman with a phone in one hand and a power cord in the other. How is she even steering? A close second to phones eating in the car. Texting is also a big problem, but the Iowa State Patrol says that law is almost impossible to enforce.
We try to tell people, is it worth your life to try to look at that email? That email is going to be there when you get to the office. So the best thing to do is put your phone down, keep your focus on driving, and that's the number 1 task at hand.
Good advice from the Iowa State Patrol. And surprisingly, the one thing we didn't get a lot of comments on was speeding, even though we know that's a problem, of course, depending on where you live and where you drive here in Iowa.
And Todd, texting while driving has been illegal in Iowa since 2010, yeah?
That's right. And those fines that went into effect last year in 2011, but surprisingly, they've given out just about 100, maybe a little more than 100 tickets all over the state, so there's a lot of question about whether that law really is working very well.
Boy, everybody has their thoughts on all of this. Todd Magel, thank you very much.
You see them every day. Drivers concentrating on everything but driving.
And we asked you to tell us, what are the worst driving habits that you see out there on the road? News Channel 8's Todd Magel shows us. Todd?
Kevin and Stacy, we got hundreds and hundreds of responses to email requests about bad driving. It seems like everybody that's out on the road has a bad driving experience, so we added up the top 8 worst driving experiences.
Spend any time on the road.
Where I'm from, people are a lot better drivers than when I moved here into Des Moines.
And you'll run into another driver who just makes you wonder.
More bad drivers than drivers.
Where did they learn how to drive?
There's a lot of bad drivers. There's some good drivers, and there's drivers who should be taken off the road.
Jackie Stanley says she's seen it all out on the road, and she helps us begin with bad driving habit number 8, complaints about our beloved pets in a driver's lap.
the pet's moving around, so I don't see how they can see to drive, and it's not safe for them or the pet.
Intersection troubles make up number 6 and 7 on our list of bad driving habits. Our viewers don't like seeing people speed up to make it through yellow lights, and they really don't like drivers who turn right on red without checking oncoming traffic.
They turn right on red thinking that it's a right instead of a privilege.
Entrance ramp confusion is our 5th bad driving habit.
This pet peeve is a double whammy. Drivers are often upset when it takes cars too long to get up to speed on an entrance ramp, and there's always the question of what to do about merging at the end of the entrance ramp.
The experts say you should be traveling at freeway or interstate speed by the time you merge. But remember,
You have to understand, when you are merging onto the interstate, you do not have the right-of-way. That vehicle on the interstate has the right-of-way.
our 4th bad driving habit,
You need to get over to the right and let people past you.
Bill Brunia is frustrated when drivers are hogging the left lane, or passing lane as it's called, often blocking faster drivers from getting by.
That's the passing lane, and it's supposed to be left open for passing.
But Iowa law does not see it that way.
People call it the fast lane, but there is no law stating that you have to move over for a vehicle. If you are driving that left lane and you are driving the posted speed limit, you can stay in that left lane as long as you want.
Still, Sergeant Scott Bright says drivers should move to the right as a courtesy, especially if they're going slower than the speed limit. Iowans have a reputation for not using their turn signals, which makes the number 3 spot on our list.
It's a guessing game, but I appreciate when they do use them.
Here's the law: signal at least 100 feet before a turn if the speed limit is 45 miles per hour or less. If the speed limit is faster than 45, signal at least 300 feet before you turn. Tailgating is our number 2 bad driving habit.
Because you can't see what's happening. I can hit my brakes, and you don't know what's in front of me. You don't know what I'm seeing.
The Iowa DOT suggests staying back 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour of speed you're traveling. 60 on the freeway, stay back about 90 feet from the car in front. And number 1 on our list?
Texting, talking on the phones, not paying attention.
Makes you mad?
Oh, yeah.
Distracted driving. KCCI viewers say they cannot believe some of the things drivers do in the front seat instead of concentrating on the road.
And I can see they're texting or they're putting on makeup or doing something like that, so it's just kind of frustrating.
And sure enough, we found driver after driver on the phone. Cell phones are part of our lives, and that includes talking in the car. But we caught this woman with a phone in one hand and a power cord in the other. How is she even steering? A close second to phones eating in the car. Texting is also a big problem. The Iowa State Patrol says that law is almost impossible to enforce.
We try to tell people, is it worth your life to try to look at that email? That email is going to be there when you get to the office. So the best thing to do is put your phone down, keep your focus on driving, and that's the number 1 task at hand.
Good advice from the Iowa State Patrol. And surprisingly, the one thing we didn't get a lot of comments on was speeding, even though we know that's a problem, of course, depending on where you live and where you drive here in Iowa.
And Todd, texting while driving has been illegal in Iowa since 2010, yeah?
That's right. And those fines that went into effect last year in 2011, but surprisingly, they've given out just about 100, maybe a little more than 100 tickets all over the state, so there's a lot of question about whether that law really is working very well.
Well, everybody has their thoughts on all of this. Todd.
All right, class, I'm sorry. So if you listen and watch, wow, we have really bad habits. I would say more than 8 bad habits. And they are very surprised the way they drive there and how people can be distracted. Well, let's continue. Can you see this car? This is about car parts, and we will see some vocabulary. All right, let's start here from the first one. This is a roof. The roof of the car. That's why it says sunroof. Sunroof. Okay? How do you say that in Spanish? The sunroof. Ok. Windshield. Ok, ya. Quemacocos, ¿verdad, José? Ok. Imagínense a alguien traduciendo quemacocos. Burn coconuts. No, ¿verdad? Ese es sunroof. Windshield. Ya no más windshield, ¿verdad? Ay, mira, me rayaron el windshield. No. Esto es windshield. Windshield. Thank you, Jose. Let's see. Outside the mirror. Yes. Así es el protector de viento. Ese es el windshield. En Buen Chapín le llamamos windshield. El windshield. Yo he escuchado por ahí. Ok, ese es el windshield. Outside mirror. Windshield wiper. Windshield wipers. These are the wipers, you see? Hood. Hood. Cuando lo levantan para ver el motor, los que lo tienen en este lado, levantamos el hood. Okay? Then we have the grill, headlight, bumper, bumper. Se supone que el bumper es una defensa, ¿ok? Es un parachoque. Les digo se supone porque hay algunos carros que no, ¿verdad? Bueno, this is a bumper. License plate. License plate. Perdón, Víctor. Indicator light o signal. Shield. Front fender. Wheel. La rueda en sí, wheel. Hubcap. Hubcap. Door. The door post. ¿Cómo le llaman a esto? Toda esta es la door, ¿verdad? Esta partecita que va acá, que es como el sostén, ese sería el door post. We have again the outside mirror, door, door handle, windows, the roof post, ¿qué podría? El soporte del roof, quarter window, back fender, tail light, and the trunk. Sí, como el marco, exacto. El que sostiene el roof y ajusta la puerta, ¿verdad? Bueno, trunk. Trunk, el baúl. Tenemos más. Okay, let's start from the front. The headlight. Headlight. Again, we know the hood, windshield, the window, the roof, antenna, trunk, brake light. Those are the hubcaps. Tire. Acuérdense que la rueda es wheel. La llanta es tire. So we have 4 tires. Handle, door. Estos son los más sencillos de aprender. Algo así como Donald Trump, dice Víctor. Okay, let's see this video. Just give me a second. We have a lot of material today, a lot of vocabulary.
Parts of the car. Headlight. Mirror. Window. door. Tire in the US, T-Y-R-E in the UK. Trunk in the US, boot in the UK. Brake light. Gas tank in the US, petrol tank in the UK. Hubcap. Roof. Windshield in the US, windscreen in the UK. Hood in the US, bonnet in the UK. Turn signal or blinker. Bumper. Door handle. License plate in the US, number plate in the UK. Mirror. Rear view mirror. Windshield wiper in the US, windscreen wiper in the UK. Part.
Okay, I would like you to have this video. Let me share this with you. Okay. Ahí tienen su link para que lo coloquen donde van guardando sus links de práctica. Okay, this is about car parts. And we have more. Of course, we have the interior of the car, so we have more. Here, let's start with this. This is a rear view mirror. The visor, wing, this is the wing mirror or side view mirror also. The windscreen or the windshield wipers, windscreen or windshield wiper. Okay, if you notice here, this is like a British car. Okay, then we have the dashboard, el tablero, dashboard, steering wheel, el timón, speedometer, rear counter, fuel gauge o ignition, el arranque, ignition, horn, la bocina, horn. Then we have the gas pedal or accelerator. Gas pedal is more common to say. Clutch, brake, driver's seat, handbrake, also called emergency brake. Then we have the gear level or gear shift, la palanca, gear shift. The sat nav or so-called satellite navigator. So we say sat nav. Some cars have them. Then the glove compartment or glove box. Yes, de ahí viene guante, guantera. Okay, the glove box, the headrest, and the door handle. Air vent, the ventilation. Okay. You got it? Okay, let's continue. We have more that I would like you to see this video. It's really nice. Just give me a sec.
Car parts and maintenance.
Okay, talking about cars, remember.
Windshield. Windshield. Windshield wipers. Windshield wipers. Side mirror. Side mirror. Front door. Front door. Rear door. Rear door. Turn signal. Turn signal. Alloy wheels. Alloy wheels. Tire. Tire. Hood. Hood. Bumper. Bumper. Headlight. Headlight. Hubcap. Hubcap. Trunk. Trunk. License plate. License plate. Tail light. Tail light. Brake light. Brake light. Muffler. Muffler. Dashboard. dashboard, speedometer, speedometer, air vent, air vent, emergency flasher, emergency flasher, built-in GPS, built-in GPS, gear shift, gear shift, ignition, ignition, steering wheel, steering wheel, turn signal, turn signal, portable GPS unit, portable GPS unit, rear view mirror, rear view mirror, oil gauge, oil gauge, miles per hour, miles per hour, speedometer, speedometer, odometer, odometer, kilometers per hour, kilometers per hour, tachometer, tachometer, temperature gauge, temperature gauge, gas gauge, gas gauge, miles for this trip, miles for this trip, digital odometer, digital odometer, emergency brake, emergency brake,
En los automáticos, ¿verdad?
brake pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal, seat belt, seat belt, back seats, back seats, driver's seat, driver's seat, front passenger seat, front passenger seat, glove compartment, glove compartment, wind
Ok, igual les dejo su link número 2 para repaso. Okay, let me check the next one. Okay, this is the second part. Let me see. There you are.
car parts and maintenance, spare tire, spare tire, electric car jack, electric car jack,
This is the electric one, but we have the manual and also called the car jack. Car jack is in general, okay?
jumper cables, jumper cables,
¿Se imaginaron cómo se decía en inglés alguna vez? No? Okay, this is jumper cable.
the car won't start, the battery needs recharging, the car won't start, the battery needs recharging, the car needs gas, gas gauge, gas pump, the tires need air, the car needs oil, the car needs a smog check, the radiator needs coolant, my car is due for an oil change. I have to bring it in. I have to bring my car in for an oil change. I have to take my car in for servicing. I have to take my car in for servicing. My tires are almost bald. I need new tires.
Cuando están muy lisas, ¿ok? Lisas. Aquí pues dice, my tire almost bald. Bald, se dan cuenta, es como calvo, ¿verdad?
My front tire is flat.
Pinchada.
I have to change that tire.
Llanta pinchada. My tire is flat.
My tires seem to be a little low. I need to check the air pressure. I had a tire blowout on the way to work. My car won't start. The battery is dead. I need to start my car with jumper cables. My car is emitting a lot of smoke. I need to bring it in for a smog check. My car's alignment is off. I have to bring it in for a front wheel alignment. My brakes are not working properly.
Perdón, antes de alignment es alineación, ¿ok? Y aquí el problema es con los frenos, ¿ok?
I need to take it in for a brake check. My car is dirty. I need to take it to a car wash.
All right, and this is going to be the link number 3. Bueno, tienen 3 links el día de hoy para que ustedes practiquen partes del carro y todos estos frases que nos pueden ayudar, ¿ok? Vocabulario también. Bastante material, pero créanme, les va a ayudar muchísimo, créanme. This is a free vocabulary for practice. Esto se los voy a dejar un momentito en pausa Ya les di bastante el día de hoy con 3 links de vocabulario, así que vamos a continuar y vamos a introducir el tema de hoy, ¿ok? En gramática. Let's talk about the past continuous. Okay, look at this image. But I wasn't texting, sir. I was surfing the net. Okay, check it out. The past continuous, we're talking about the subject, the pronoun, for example, was or were, plus the verb in ing form. This is the affirmative way. Examples: I was playing, you were playing, she was playing, we were playing. Negative: wasn't, weren't. How to make questions? Were you? Was he? Were they? Was it? Was not changes to wasn't. Were not changes to weren't. Okay, but let's see. The structure, the form. For the affirmative sentence, we use the subject, the verb to be in past tense according to the subject. If it is she, I use was. Then the verb with ing form, cooking. She was cooking. And then the complement, all the morning. This is an activity that she was doing. She was cooking all the morning. In the negative form, we use the negative for the verb to be. She wasn't, they weren't, I wasn't. She wasn't or she was not sleeping when he came home. Interrogative form, I first start with the verb to be here at the beginning of the sentence. Was she? Were they? Were you? Was she sleeping when he came home? Now let's see the usage. This is an interrupted action in the past. For example, they were waiting for the train when something else happened. What happens? When I spoke to them. Then we use this past progressive form with parallel actions. Example, I was studying when my mother was watching TV. Two actions that were happening in the past at the same time. So the past continuous is often used with a simple past to show that one action was in progress when another action occurred. It is formed by adding was or were before the verb and add ing to that verb. Example, I was taking a bath. Here, this is something that was in progress. I was taking a bath when the doorbell rang. So the doorbell rang means that it interrupted the action. They were eating dinner when the neighbors stopped by for visit. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's talk about Sue. Sue started swimming at 9. Here she started swimming. In between, she was swimming. She finished swimming at 10:30 a.m. So she was swimming from 9 to 10:30. Sue was swimming. Let's learn more about the past continuous or past progressive tense. Remember, the past progressive is used to describe an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. Example, I was having coffee. She was eating an ice cream. Was having and was eating at that moment. Now, no more, not in the future. Solo esperemos que cargue un momentito, ¿ok? Okay, it's not possible now. Okay. Well, it cannot be possible. Just let me try the second time. How could it be? No. All right, it's not possible, so we're going to continue hasta que esto me deje, ¿ok? Un momentito. Mientras tanto, déjenme contarles, acá les coloqué un aviso. Ok, está bien, está bien. Ok, dejen ver. No se pudo, dice, ok. Les cuento que en anuncios, en su plataforma, les coloqué información acerca del MiniQuest para las personas que ven este video después. Les escribí un día más, como que ahí sí que avisada por lo de la inscripción, tienen un día más. Pueden subir el documento con su MiniQuest el martes 9 o bien puede ser miércoles 10, mientras sea antes de las 10 de la noche. El día jueves va a desaparecer, o sea, va a estar oculto. Entonces tienen un día más por esta situación de que probablemente puedan inscribirse después, ¿verdad? Recuérdense que una persona sube el formato, aquel Word que aparece ahí en su plataforma, y los demás miembros del grupo postean su nombre. Hola, soy fulanito y pertenezco al grupo tal, ¿verdad? Ok, ya, sigamos aquí pues. Bueno, talk about the past continuous. We have an example. She was dancing and we were playing the guitar. Nice examples. Okay, este video sí.
Welcome.
Sí. Okay.
In this lesson, I'm going to show you
Just give me a second, please. There you are.
how to form a past continuous and when to use a past continuous. But before we get started, it's good to know how to conjugate the verb to be in its past tense. For the singular forms, I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, And for the plural forms, we were, you were, they were. It's also good to note that when I say a vowel, I mean an A, an E, an I, an O, or a U. The consonants are all the other letters in the alphabet. Now let's get started. Take a look at these sentences. I was talking on the phone and we were cooking dinner. Both these sentences are in the past continuous tense. How to form a past continuous? We use the past tense of the verb to be, so either was or were, the base form of the verb and ing. I was working late. You were talking too fast. He was watching television. She was walking to school. It was raining. And for the plural forms, we do the same. We were singing a song. You were doing your homework. They were looking for a hotel. Now we need to pay extra attention to verbs that end in an E, such as take, make and close. These verbs drop their E. For example, I was taking the bus to school, he was making dinner, and they were closing the window. Please note that these verbs no longer have their E. We also need to pay attention to verbs that have one syllable, end in a consonant and are preceded by a vowel, because they double this final consonant. These verbs are verbs such as sit, get, and run. Take a look at the examples. I was sitting outside. You were running fast. It was getting late. We were letting ourselves go. They were swimming in the river. Let's have a look at the past continuous in questions. Again, we use the past simple form of the verb to be, was or were, the base form of the verb and ing. Was I getting close? Were you running late? Was he taking a bus? Was she playing tennis? Was it snowing? And for the plural forms, we do the same. Were we going in the right direction? Were you arriving by ferry? Were they eating their lunch? Now let's have a look at the past continuous in negations. Again, we use the past simple form of the verb to be, so either was or were, but we add not to it, contracting it into wasn't or weren't, the base form of the verb and ing. For example, I wasn't waiting for you. You weren't looking for me. He wasn't sleeping late. She wasn't talking on the phone, and it wasn't freezing. For the plural forms, we weren't putting up a tent, you weren't speaking at the same time, and they weren't cutting paper. Now let's have a look at when to use a past continuous. First, we use the past continuous for a temporary activity in the past. It started in the past and it was finished in the past. I was watching television at that moment. It was raining last night. They were swimming in the river yesterday. We want to emphasize that it was lasting for some time. We also use the past continuous for a temporary activity in the past, interrupted by a short action. This short action is usually expressed by the past simple. I was watching television when he called. It was raining when the car broke down. They were swimming when they saw a crocodile. We also use a past continuous for something that was planned before a certain time in the future. For example, I was flying to Dubai, but his meeting was cancelled. Weren't you meeting her at the airport yesterday? They were going to that concert, but her car broke down. I thank you for your attention. For regular updates, please subscribe to...
Okay, this is a complete video about this grammar point. And I'm going to stop here, class, okay? Vamos a dejar aquí un momento. Tomen el tiempo que les queda de clase, si ustedes así lo quieren, para seguir trabajando con su grupo. El día viernes, recuérdense que es un poquito menos de tiempo para aprovecharlo en esta cuestión de su plataforma. Y yo por el momento me quedo revisando los otros OVA de este capítulo y voy a dejar habilitado los que pudieran trabajar, ¿ok? Si no, pues la otra semana. Vamos bien, gracias a Dios, con tiempo. Solo les quiero decir algo. Tenemos un audio homework que va a ser para la otra semana, que está relacionado a esto de automóviles. ¿Ok? Ustedes la otra semana van a ver un video acerca de cómo poder evitar algunos accidentes de tránsito. Y después de ver y leer este video, pues ustedes ya van a hacer su audio homework. Solo les aviso para que estén pendientes y poniendo mucha atención tanto al vocabulario de lo que estamos, a la gramática de lo que estamos viendo ahora, porque el audio homework de la otra semana será relacionado a cars, ¿sí? Ya esta semana terminamos con hotels, la otra, y ya empezamos hoy con cars, y todo va a estar relacionado, ¿ok? Entonces, bien jóvenes, les dejo acá, me quedo en el chat unos minutos, si necesitan alguna, que les atiendan alguna pregunta, alguna duda, con mucho gusto. Si no, ya saben, entonces, tomen en consideración su tiempo para ponerse de acuerdo con sus compañeros del grupo, ¿ok? Bastante a trabajar, así que los veo, ¿ok? See you next Monday. I'm here in the chat. Tell me. Sí, Jocelyn, los grupos son los mismos con los que se trabajó el curso pasado. Okay. Have a nice weekend.